Udaipur Files case. The Supreme Court is to decide today whether a stay on the release of the movie Udaipur Files, which is based on the murder of Kanhaiya Lal, the tailor Kanhaiya Lal, shall be extended till parties are able to approach the Delhi High Court. The hearing is currently underway. We learned that the bench had assembled. The bench had said that Justices Suryakant and Jomalia Bakshi pass over sought on behalf of senior advocate Kapil Sibal. The Justice Kant had said that yesterday how Mr. Sibal was saying that my petition is still pending. Producer came before us in a slip. If you have a grievance, go to the High Court. Sibal has appeared today. He argues that the Lordship can transfer the petition to High Court or allow them to go to the High Court bench. Notes that the petition is not listed before the bench. The Supreme Court is yet to announce a verdict, but for the preliminary info that we have, we learned that they have asked the petitioners to first approach the High Court in the matter. In fact, we learned that Supreme Court has also said that they have not touched the merits of the case and that they will pass the short order and request the High Court to hear this on Monday. Shambhavi is joining me live from the newsroom on that note. Shambhavi, what's the latest update as far as the case is concerned? The Supreme Court, I believe, is going to hear the matter on Monday and is going to recommend it to the High Court now.
Yes, actually after yesterday when there was a very elaborate hearing and both the parties made it very clear, the petitioners especially, so there are two petitioners, Jamiat who doesn't want the film to see the light of the day, and the second petitioner is Muhammad Javed, who is one of the accused in the Kanhaiya Lal murder case. So the Supreme Court today has asked both these petitioners of the case to go seek relief from the Delhi High Court. Now it is very important to understand that this case was before Delhi High Court, where Delhi High Court put a stay and then in turn shifted the onus to the central government under the Cinematography Act. After that, the central government formed a committee which was responsible for the screening, but the petitioners now, Jamiat, is not happy with the cuts that they recommended. They said that they were cosmetic in nature and they did not consider the actual problem, the actual issues that the petitioners had. And with that contention, with that argument, the Supreme Court yesterday said that they are going to hear this case for just 10 to 15 minutes just to give a decision on the fact that whether there should be a stay on this movie while both the petitioners go to the Delhi High Court.
Right, Shambhavi, also talk to us about what is expected when we talk about the hearing that is going to happen in the High Court on Monday.
Well, it is going to be the same thing but in different color. The petitioners are going to try to make sure that the movie, which according to even Mr. Sibal has said that it is a cinematic vandalism and it targets a particular section of the society. So this movie should never go out in public. And there will be the same thing because even previously they were arguing that after the 55 cuts that CBFC recommended in the movie, this movie is still not should not be put out in public, and this remains to be the argument. Even after a whole committee was formed, they saw the movie, they recommended 6 another cuts, so 55 previous cuts of which were recommended by CBFC plus 6 cuts which were recommended by the committee. And now when the petitioners are going to go back to the Delhi High Court seeking relief, they are going to ask for either if the movie be discarded altogether or recommend more cuts so that it settles their version of the movie.
Right, Shambhavi, thank you very much for sharing those details. All eyes will now remain on the Supreme Court's key findings and what they have to say as far as the release of Udaipur Files is concerned. Moving on to the other big top story. As the countdown to the Asia Cup begins, Republic takes a clear and